Good morning, YouTuber subscribers and friends alike. It's Grant coming at you from Miles City, Montana. I'm parked at the park in the VA, normal place where I park in the mornings anyway, to keep the shade on my car, so it stays cooler. Was cleaning my car out, so I threw some chips down there out the window, not expecting to actually feed anything or nothing, just cleaning the car out from the other day when I was eating here in the dark and missed. And it got all over. I moved stuff around and whatever, and it got all over the seat and stuff, so I was cleaning the seat off. Threw that out there, didn't expect nothing of it. Well, this guy and his buddy over here, who were probably his mate, were circling the car back and forth to get those chips, to eat it, them obviously. On his third trip, the poor guy got smucked by a car that came between here, this pickup and me. The driver seen him because he slowed down and everything, but then he kept going anyway instead of just coming to a stop and letting the poor guy get around the car. I got to watch the guy flop around, poor squirrel flop around for a while, and all you can do at that point is pray for a quick death. Might even still be alive, I don't know. But he got hit pretty good. Dang it. And his mate, or buddy, or whatever, is over here circling the tree. Doesn't know what's going on or why their friend or mate or whoever won't get off the pavement. Doesn't understand it. And that just put a little bit of a dampener in my day. I don't want to get anybody depressed or anything. It's just that's how quick anything can happen with us human beings, too. You could have a heart attack one day and just up and be done. Or you could be crossing the street in, I would say, a busier place than this. Like a busy street in, like, a big city or something, and get smucked by somebody not paying attention because they're texting on their phone or whatever. Same kind of thing can happen to us. But it's the perfect representation of not only does your life matter to you, obviously, but the people you leave behind don't know how to continue with their lives. It's pretty sad. But that's the circle of life right there. You live, you pay taxes, as human beings anyway, pay taxes, and then you die. Kind of a bad feeling. I feel sorry for that little guy. Especially, I wouldn't say it was my fault intentionally, but since I threw the chips out there, they were coming out on the pavement to eat it. And then he got smucked. At least this one kind of learned its lesson on that deal and hasn't gone back out on the car to look for anything because she doesn't want to join him, apparently, or something. But I didn't mean to make a depressing video or anything other than to say, do what you want to do. Do what you have a passion for and do it well. Don't just live your life doing that 9 to 5, living like you're on pause, living like when 20 years from now when I get my pension or whatever, I'm going to retire and go do this or that. Because odds are pretty good that, especially like with my dad, didn't last. A lot of people don't last more than the next 2 years after they retire because they've been so used to working 9 to 5 and having that as their purpose for living that when they're not a slave anymore, when they're not working 9 to 5, they don't know what to do with their life. When they're not working that same old job, when it's like their life was taken when they retired. So don't be stuck in that grind. If you want to go out there and live in your van and venture around and stuff like that, there's ways you can do it. If you aren't really computer literate to where you could make websites and do stuff right from home on a computer, like a lot of jobs are these days, you could get into expediting and haul freight in a cargo van. Doing simple stuff like that. You could work at fairs that travel around the country. You could do work camping and work camp for 4 months and then move someplace else and work camp again, etc. There's all sorts of different ways you could do it. And I'm not saying that's the only thing out there to do. I'm just saying this type of lifestyle here gives you the freedom to choose what to do. Because down to the bare minimum, it gives me the freedom to park wherever I want to park at night that's legal on the street, city street, or out there in a highway off-ramp or something from the interstate. Or on a back country road, anywhere I want to park. Camp out for the night versus being stuck in a brick house. Like my last video, I was in that apartment for 25 days, and man, I must be spoiled these days, because I would much rather be in the car any day. No neighbors or nothing. And you get to see, no, this is kind of a sucky thing that happened today, this morning. You get to see this poor squirrel die, but when they were circling the cars, circling underneath the tire of the car, back and forth for that chip and everything, they were pretty cute little things. He would run up there and almost look like he was begging for a chip and stuff, and then somebody had to come along and smack him. But it's the circle of life right there. At least his buddy or mate or whatever learned her lesson, and it's not going to come out to the car anymore. It's not worth that, apparently. And they're gone. Didn't take her long to just ditch out. Or something. Anyway, I didn't mean to make a video that's depressing. It's just that reminded me of the fact that even little things like that have their time. Like and subscribe, leave comments, and we'll catch you in a flip. Peace.